I am a huge animation manga fan. So whenever we have a chance to write a song for the animation stuff like that. I always stick to the original series,
Mhm.
like try to read all of it.
Right.
Whenever they ask for a song, it's about one season, but I just don't want to focus on the one season. I have to read the whole story and kind of interpret the philosophy of the author, what
Mhm.
he has, what he wants to deliver, and yeah, try to interpret it in my way. And also, like, find something common that is natural for this band to sing about.
Coming to you from Crunchyroll HQ, this is The Anime Effect. Each week we bring you the latest news and views from the shows you love. It's pop culture with an anime lens. We have got a ton of news to talk about this week, including everything that we've got planned for San Diego Comic-Con, which, there's some exclusive concerts happening.
Yeah.
There's also some news around some new and continuing anime and some fan favorite series getting some awards recognition.
Yeah.
So we're going to be talking about that too.
Man, it's almost like award season is like starting.
Yeah, I feel like it's
So
always
weird.
award. There's always an award show for something.
That's
You know what I mean?
That's true. Yeah.
We need the accolades to go around. Anyway, but then after the news portion of the week, we start rolling out some of the content that we captured with so many awesome people at Anime Expo. And today is with John Ken Johnny from Man with a Mission. So Haley and I had a chance to talk to him about his experience creating music for shows like, just low-key shows like Vinland Saga, Demon Slayer, just like chill. And then some fun facts like what foods the band has to have when on tour.
Fruit roll-ups.
You got some fun facts coming up for you guys. And he shared a little bit about, Man with Mission's backstory. If you guys aren't super familiar, the band has kind of like an epic lore. So if you're kind of just jumping into their music and their vibe, it's pretty cool to hear kind of their origin story.
You forgot the most important part, which is that John Ken Johnny complimented my Fall Out Boy shirt.
Oh, right. That was sick.
Does that mean your Fall Out Boy arc has come full circle?
No, because we haven't gotten Patrick Stump on the show yet.
Okay.
As soon as
so it's
Patrick or Pete or Joe
first
or
we
Andy
need to find
get on
out
the
if he
show.
likes anime.
So
but
we're
I
like
guess
at
their shirt
75%.
was anime.
It was. I know Pete likes anime because I think Pete has a Studio Ghibli tattoo. Anyway, I'm your host, Nick Friedman.
It's me, LeAlec Murray.
And I'm Leah President.
And the three of us together once again are going to see just how powerful the effect of anime really is.
Now you just sound like a deflating balloon.
Combo breaker.
Combo.
Lee and I
Hell yeah.
going to Evo this week.
I'm so excited.
We leave on Friday.
I am so excited. This is like probably the crossover we didn't know was going to happen, but here it is.
Yeah.
It's exciting for more than one reason because we're getting ready to talk to a lot of awesome guests. We're also going to have a special guest host for our Evo section, our Evo arc. But then
Everything's an arc.
Everything's an arc. But then I'm excited to maybe check the artist alley a little bit and then see some of the shops and stuff.
I've never been to Evo.
Oh, dude, I've been twice. It is like one of the best con experiences, quote unquote, because I don't really consider it a con, but it's so great, man. Like the FGC has so much great energy around it.
That's the fighting game community.
Fighting game community for all of those that may not know.
The uninitiated.
The uninitiated. But yeah, no, it's gonna be great, especially because there's so much anime crossover that's happening in fighting games right now.
I mean, the Dragon Ball Fighters is the big
conversation
starter around anime and gaming. And then the last 5-10 years,
yeah.
But Hunter's
coming out, yeah. I guess you can kind of count Sparking Zero, even though it's not going to be technically like a
would love
fighter.
To see a 3D Dragon Ball fighter out there at Evo, bro. But I guess they've had 3D fighters before because Tekken is a 3D fighter technically.
For sure.
So.
Yeah, even just within Tekken and Street Fighter themselves, there's some anime crossover. But I am excited to converge on Vegas. Pod crew is just everywhere, bro.
Vegas.
We just Anime Expo, we had our Lisa episode.
Heck yeah.
Which felt so good to finally get out there into the world.
Oh, man.
It has been sitting under our, what would you say, under our thumbs?
It's been in the the whole time. The whole time.
We've been
Y'all
teasing
didn't
it,
know.
but honestly, the craziest part of that experience was seeing my dumb face on her Twitter and Instagram.
Oh my God.
accounts. Just like
Yeah,
my-
you made the
you know,
Insta.
that was cool.
me and my little knit polo,
Oh my god.
Cozy boy.
little boy in the background. Just,
That was
Superstar
cool
right
though.
there.
She was like, "Hey, you guys are everywhere now."
it was
Like,
cool.
oh,
It was
oh.
really cool. I hope you guys enjoyed it.
Yeah.
But yeah, a little bit of Evo before San Diego Comic-Con.
Oh man, yeah. And then we'll be sitting down for a little bit, hopefully. Next up, news of the week. We've got 2 concerts lined up for San Diego Comic-Con, a surprising manga adaptation, and some awards for great recent anime series. All that, just a sec. It's news time. And we have to start with San Diego Comic-Con announcements.
Yes, we do. Because we already mentioned it. We're going to San Diego Comic-Con.
We
That's
are,
not the
yeah.
announcement. It's exciting. It's great.
It is.
If you didn't get a chance to see us at AX,
Well, I won't be there.
and you will be at San Diego, well, you'll get to see Lee and I.
Oh, yeah.
I wish you were going to be there. I
For
do
sure.
wish you were going to be there. But yeah, San Diego. So Crunchyroll announced what they've got cooking for San Diego Comic-Con this year. We've got, with Toei Animation, Crunchyroll has announced a special performance of the One Piece 25th Anniversary Symphonic Voyage concert,
Woo!
which
We had
Leah
the
and I were
pleasure
there.
to attend
the Dallas show.
last week. Oh my gosh, it was
Oh, really?
so fun. And
Yeah.
there was
Ah.
so much just the energy was,
It was
so
so,
good.
like-
and it was so beautiful.
Yeah,
It was the Dallas Symphony Orchestra,
it
right?
was. Yeah. And like, I think the thing I loved the most was seeing how many kids were there with their parents.
That's awesome.
And truly seeing kind of for the first time how multi-generational One Piece has become.
Mhm.
And then I got really excited about showing my future child One Piece for the first time. And it was like, but
Is that out on the pod?
yeah, it's out on the
Oh,
pod.
okay,
Yeah.
okay.
I'm going to be a father.
A father.
A godfather.
The cannoli.
The cannoli.
The cannoli.
I took one of my
I don't know what I'm gonna
I
do with these
took,
two. I just,
one of my best friends went with me, and he's seen all of One Piece. He's basically fully caught up, and
Mhm.
just like that experience was so cool because I would have to look at him, and if he would get really excited, I would have to like close my eyes because I knew a spoiler was coming because I'm only 300 episodes in.
Oh, yeah.
So I like closed my eyes for a lot of it, but it was really good. It was really, really
Yeah.
good.
And the reactions to the clips on scene,
Oh, yeah.
of people having nostalgia and like the more hyped up moments, like the whole crowd was just really loving
Yeah.
it. It was
Anytime Robin
awesome.
showed up, just cheers.
Yeah.
Which of course. So Toei Animation and Crunchyroll are bringing kind of a special event featuring the Symphonic Voyage. It'll be outdoors. It'll include pyrotechnics. This will be at the Rady Shell, which you've never
we
been
didn't
to the
get
Rady Shell.
pyrotechnics.
No, I don't think you could do that indoors.
You
like
can't
that.
put- yeah.
No. Fire hazard.
Breaking
No,
news.
No. Please.
Luffy lit the joint
no.
on fire.
It's lit.
It's lit. It's done.
I broke Nick. Hard reset, Nick. Hard reset.
Let me hold my power button down. Yeah, it's gonna be outside. It's at the Rady Shell. If you've never been to the Rady Shell, it's one of the most like beautiful outdoor concert venues I've ever seen in my entire life. And concert goers will be able to check out the Gum Gum Punch Challenge with Luffy, take pictures with Nami, or take a spin on Brooks' piano. You can attend with an SDCC badge. So if
Nice.
you already have one,
Nice.
like just roll up to Rady Shell. That is on the
I'll
27th.
pull up.
On the night before, you didn't think it could get any better. On the night before
Mhm.
the One Piece Symphonic Voyage, Crunchyroll is bringing Lisa for her first concert in the States in like 10 years.
That's legit.
And we talked about
We
that on
talked
the
about it a
episode
little
that we
bit,
had with
yeah.
her. And it's so exciting. We got to offer our suggestions for the set
We
list.
did.
She
Oh
asked
my
for
god.
She asked.
them. Here's hoping for Oath Sign.
You guys
But,
are like on a
um,
first name basis with the J-pop legend Lisa.
It's crazy. What is life, man? What is
I don't know.
life?
I don't know.
So that one's on July 26th. Again, if you have an SDCC badge, you can attend. And that's also at the Rady Shell. So it's kind of like 2 nights of amazing music.
It's cool.
It's going to be great. Lisa's going to have some additional acts on the bill.
Mhm.
It's going to be great. I'm going to be there. If you see me, say hi.
Well, take plenty of pictures. I will not be there with you.
You know, you got to
unfortunately.
leave early.
Yeah.
I'm going to be going surfing on the marina. Do they do that?
Is that true? Oh, you're totally
Which part?
lying.
Me going surfing on the marina?
Yeah, I was like, wait,
No.
does Nick surf?
Honestly, you'd be surprised to learn that I've been parasailing,
That's
which
scary
is
because
1,000 times more dangerous.
Yeah,
I was like,
I've
which
seen,
is
like-
not the same as surfing, but
Yeah.
scarier.
That's the one where you go up in the air on a big string.
I didn't know
yeah,
it
that's
was
crazy.
I didn't know it was that dangerous until after I had done it, and I was like, oh, well, if I had known that, I wouldn't have done it.
And when you go down, you like go into the water, right?
Yeah.
Sharks.
Well,
Sharks.
Okay, so are there sharks in Galveston?
Oh no! Wait, there might be.
Maybe loan sharks.
I don't.
Okay.
Let's
Moving
continue.
on.
Break your kneecaps.
Paru Itagaki, creator of Beastars.
Shout out.
Their manga Sanda is getting an anime adaptation, but not just any anime adaptation from Science Saru,
Yeah.
one of our favorite studios. I think I can speak for the group when I
You
say
can
they're
speak.
one
You
of
can
our
definitely
favorite
speak for the
studios.
group. Yeah.
They did Heike Story.
Yep.
They did Keep Your Hands Off Azakin.
Yep.
They did Scott Pilgrim Takes Off.
Yep. They're doing Don Don.
They're doing Don Da Don. So yeah, so Paru also created Beastars. There's no date just yet, but if you're wondering what Sanda is about, you probably can't guess, but I'm going to tell you anyway. So the story takes place in 2080. Japan's birth rates have declined to the point where the government is taking action. The story follows two young classmates searching for their missing friend, and one of them might be Santa Claus.
That's kind of rad. That's kind of rad.
So have either of y'all read Sanda?
No,
No,
I
haven't,
didn't even
but-
know this existed
I
until
also
like
didn't
until
this
the
news.
announcement, and I just saw like the teaser like visual or whatever, and I was like, oh, there's a Santa Claus. I'm in. Like that's like there was
And
no
he's buff.
Yeah, and he's like
I mean,
ripped. I'm
it
like,
kind of
this-
reminds me. There was a comic book series not that long ago about like a ripped post-apocalyptic Santa.
Claus is what
Claus.
you're thinking of.
Yeah. That was great.
The Santa fandom rise up.
That was great.
Yeah, that's actually on my reading list. Thank you for reminding me, sir.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna pick up volume 1. I don't know if it's who prints it.
I'm not sure.
I gotta look
This
it up.
this
The
has
readers
to be
need this info.
a
The readers need
comedy,
this
right?
I don't know.
Because how can you not
'Cause-
do like tongue in cheek?
I mean-
buff Santa.
I mean, tongue in cheek and comedy could be two different things.
That's true. I mean, Claus is not a silly story. I mean, it's Grant Morrison. Most of his stuff is pretty serious, but
Okay, so it actually doesn't look like there's an English translation of this yet.
oh,
So, dang, if you guys said you read it already, that was
I
gonna be
didn't.
some real.
Yeah.
It was gonna catch you in
Mm.
4K right there. So, Beastars fans, keep an eye out for this one. I'm sure it'll get picked up by a Western publisher now that
Yeah,
this news is out.
I'm sure.
I mean, Beastars plus
Yeah.
Santa Claus.
There you go.
Wow.
There you
Sorry,
go.
no, that's
Lost
not
it.
what I meant. I meant
B-Claus.
Beastars plus Science Saru,
Yep,
and I'm like,
yep.
let's go.
But I'm sure they'll be publishing news soon because usually I find this happens like this has been happening more where like something get picked up and then
Yeah.
we won't have English publishing and then it'll come later. So I'm sure we'll have
Sure.
an announcement for English pub pretty soon.
So the Astra TV Awards, which we've actually talked about on the show before,
Mhm.
from last year's awards, where Attack on Titan took Best Animated Series.
I know
like,
that's right.
just
I know that's right.
the whole category of animation, not just anime.
Mhm.
Okay. This year, the nominees are out for this next year's Astra TV Awards. There is now a Best Anime Series category.
Oh.
Here are the list of nominees: Blue Eyed Samurai,
Mhm.
Friedman, sorry for all the people listening out there, Friedman, Beyond Journey's End. I know
Mhm.
Tyler's gonna get on me if I don't
Right.
correct
That's
my
what I was gonna say. I was like,
pronunciation.
you got
Say it
Tyler
right.
coming for you.
Ninja Kamui, Pluto,
Mhm.
Scott Pilgrim Takes Off,
Mhm.
Solo Leveling.
Fremen sweep. Sweep.
Frieden and Solo
Frieden.
Leveling.
You know what's interesting to me on this list
I
is
thought you were gonna say just in general it's interesting to you, but specifically
no,
on
no,
this
specifically
one.
on this
Yeah.
list.
Okay.
There are a lot of anime that aren't considered anime on this list. So
There's
I'm
one.
interesting. It's I'm interested.
Or are
to
you
see,
saying like Scott Pilgrim?
I think Blue Eyed Samurai is not technically anime.
So
Right.
technically, it's not. Technically, Scott Pilgrim is not, even though it was
Japanese
done by,
studio.
I know
Scott
but,
Pilgrim's anime.
but I think it's anime,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
a
yeah.
lot of other people don't. So I mean, I think. But the wider discussion now is,
Sure.
is that like anime is becoming more than what we think it is,
Yeah.
right? Because you take Scott Pilgrim, which is a Western property, Blue Eyed Samurai, which is more so of an original. Same thing with Ninja Kamui. Like the conversation continues to be that like anime is more than the sum of its parts.
It's the
like
influence.
it's becoming
Like,
exactly.
If the influence takes on enough in a project, it starts to sort of feel
right.
to a lot of people as though it's
Right.
anime. And I mean, we're not here to split hairs.
No, not at all.
But on this list, technically, the only one I would not consider anime is Blue-Eyed Samurai.
For sure.
Scott Pilgrim was, Sai and Saru.
Yeah. But also like Pluto. Pluto's a really interesting inclusion here.
I haven't finished it, but everyone who I know who has watched it, because it's like 6 episodes, but they're like an hour long each. That's a commitment.
It is.
But I've heard it's incredible.
Same.
But I'm also looking at like Friedman, which is maybe one of the best recent fantasy series like in all of media, period.
I'm about to say, if not the best.
Like, is that
it touches
overrating
so many
it?
different fandoms too. Like,
yeah, it's just so fresh. Like it's a fresh take on fantasy.
Exactly.
In a similar way to like Delicious in Dungeon is like a self-aware take on fantasy.
Yeah, exactly.
Funny, emotional, gritty, beautiful soundtrack.
Yes. Beautiful
And
period.
beautiful.
Yeah. Perfectly animated.
And then Solo Leveling, which I think represents kind of an interesting shift that kind of is the category, right? Where it's taking a property that's not from Japan, but adapting it through a Japanese studio.
Right.
So I don't know. It's a stacked category. I'd pretty much be happy with anything, which is how I feel in every awards show that has to do with animation. I'm like, whatever.
Yeah.
All I know about Pluto is him, the little boy character in that yellow raincoat. It just reminds me of like Georgie.
Oh God.
Georgie.
Okay, so I think my pick here would probably be Friedman.
Yeah.
I would think so. I would think so. I would think that would be the
Scott Pilgrim is like right there, but I feel like Scott Pilgrim only works because Scott Pilgrim works as good as it does if you're aware of the Scott Pilgrim lore.
Yeah. I mean, Solo Leveling has a nice shot too, but I feel like Solo Leveling is the first shot across the bow for like webtoons into anime being
Tower of God says hi.
Yeah, being super duper popular,
Sure.
right? So I think it's going to open the door for a lot more of these on the
Omniscient Reader.
The Solo, yeah, exactly.
Last news story of the week. This one came late breaking when we were building our outline. We always try and like leave a couple slots open for stuff that breaks over the weekend.
I feel like this one's for you.
For me.
Yeah.
And now that we're giving you the news early, we want to make sure it's a little more timely. So it's Nick Friedman's Rom-Com Corner. That's right. It can happen in the news segment.
Yeah.
Rent-A-Girlfriend Season 4 is happening.
Mm.
It's coming out next year, 2025. It was announced on the day of the manga's 7th anniversary. And y'all, I'm just going to sound like a major defender of this show, but like
you're not fighting anyone. It's a good show.
It is harem-y.
Mm-hmm. But at
the core of it, there is like a very particular love story that it's trying to tell.
Right.
And in that sense, like it does it well. Like there are a lot of really emotional moments in it that are surrounded by some like wild hijinks.
Yeah, season
a super perverted main character.
Yeah, season 3 was kind of nuts.
It was. It really was. Especially,
I haven't seen season 3, so maybe I should.
Have you seen the first 2 seasons?
Yeah.
Of Rent-A-Girlfriend?
Well,
yeah,
I've seen the first one and then half of the second one.
Yeah, so
there's just a lot coming out.
You know, the fallout from season 3. Like, I'm anime only for Rent-A-Girlfriend, but I've seen panels from what could be animated next.
What could be next? Yeah.
I don't know if the world is ready for that. For the discourse, but
no.
You know, we'll be here to talk about it as best we can as it happens. Anyway, that's it for news this week. We are now exiting Nick Friedman's Rom-Com Corner.
And the news.
So up next is our conversation with John Ken Johnny with Haley, of course. Super chill wolf. Yes. Super chill hybrid. And our conversation was really cool. They had some amazing answers. So stick around for that. Welcome back, everybody. We are so excited to be here in LA today. That's why it looks a little bit different than usual. And for those watching a video, you might notice we have a very special guest with us here today. We have John Ken Johnny from Man with a Mission.
Thank you very much. Yeah, I'm Johnny from Man with a Mission, and it's a pleasure to be in LA. Thank you so much for having me.
Yes, of course, it's a pleasure to have you. So speaking of, you guys being in town, you guys are super busy right now. You just performed at the Hollywood Palladium last night, which was the last stop in the US section of your tour. So
Yes.
tell us a little bit about it. How did it go?
No, it was amazing, really. I mean, like the first time we showed up on the venue, it was huge. So first we thought, oh, this is the wrong venue. It shouldn't be here. But like, thanks to all the guys who showed up, it was pretty fully packed. Yeah. And I have some friends here in LA that told us about the venue. It's a really big place that really a lot of legendary, bands perform. And it was an honor, to perform there. Yeah, it was great.
Yeah, absolutely. I was there up in the second story balcony
Oh, really?
last night, and I was
So
looking
jealous.
down, and it was so funny because usually when I went to the Dallas show last year,
Yeah.
and it was like small enough to where it was a little bit like packed to where you couldn't have
Yes,
a mosh
yes.
pit, but then this one there was just enough space to where there was like a little mosh
Yeah,
pit
a lot of
happening.
people,
you heard it got a
moshing,
little rowdy.
It was so good.
That was great.
It
Yeah.
was great. So you've performed in some like massive venues, like you've performed in Koshien Stadium,
Oh,
things
in
like
Japan.
that
Uh-huh.
in Japan.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I always hear from other artists that
Uh-huh.
like international audiences are slightly different than Japanese audiences,
Okay,
just in
yeah.
how they interact with artists. Do you feel the same way?
I mean, everybody who loves music gets enthusiastic during
Mhm.
the show. So, yeah, talking about that, I'd say it doesn't differ that much, but like the speed of how they react to music,
Mhm.
I guess like the people, especially in America, because you guys have a long history of rock music and stuff like that.
Mhm.
Right.
Yeah, the the speed of the reaction, it's really fast. They
Mhm.
if they love the intro and like if they love like just one chorus or something like that, yeah, they immediately get into the song, and I really appreciate that. Yeah.
This is just me personally asking, but after all of these years performing,
hmm
do you guys still get nervous before you go on
Before the
stage?
show,
Or is it just excitement?
yeah, actually, yeah. One of my friends just asked that same question yesterday, and I was like, I mean, like in this band, we've been doing this for like 14 years or something like
Yeah.
that, but not like nervous in like, oh, I'm gonna miss or like, not in that way, but it's always exciting to just show up on. Yeah, on the stage and encountering like the people that have never watched you, stuff like that.
Mhm.
It's nervous, but also exciting at the same time. So, I mean, it's really comfortable for me to do that. Yeah. Not in a, bad way. Nervous way. Never.
Right.
Yeah. It's always fun.
For
A lot of
sure.
fun.
So for the listeners who may not be as familiar with Man with a
Oh,
Mission,
us. Yeah. Definitely. Yeah. Of
can you
course.
can you tell a little bit about your backstory?
Like, probably some of the watchers are like, who brought a pet inside the studio or something like that right now. But yeah, Man with a Mission. We're a rock band from Japan. The backstory, like the history. Yeah.
Mhm.
Once we were made by a mad scientist called Jimi Hendrix. I'm not really sure if he's the Jimmy that you guys know, but yeah, he was really good at playing the guitar
Mhm.
like that. Yeah, we were made by that mad professor, artificial wolf head, human body.
Like a hybrid.
Yeah, hybrid. Yeah, that's right. And we had nothing to do with music a long time ago. Yeah, only did the evil deeds that the professor told us to do. But yeah, once it went too far, and he decided to ice us in the Antarctic. And after that, we've been iced for a long time. But during Frozen, we listened to all the music that was going on all over the world, and it was beautiful. And we always thought that if we had a chance to get out of the ice, we have to do something with music. And that happened in 2010. And 14 years, it's brought us here today, and we're having a lot of fun. That was a long story, so just remember that, yeah, wolf-headed human being, weird band from Japan. Yeah, that's it.
check.
Yeah, that's right.
Whole
Got
That
it.
story
explains a lot, yeah.
So the last time that Crunchyroll spoke with you guys last year, you told us that some of the inspiration musically were bands like Nirvana and Smashing
Oh, yeah,
Pumpkins.
definitely. Uh-huh.
Are there any modern or up and coming artists that you're really digging lately, or that you're a fan of that people should
Oh,
go listen
okay.
to?
Yeah, like just how you explained and noted it, we are a big fan of the 90s, the era, the music that was going on there. Also, like feeling like the upcoming artist that definitely has the same kind of influence. Yeah, we
Mhm.
enjoy that. Talking about that, I really like what Holly Humberstone is doing right now. Yeah, she's probably from the UK. No, the Nova Twins. Yeah, they're phenomenal. They were really great. Yeah, they came to Japan and I went to their show and it was really great. Yeah, that's the kind of they have the heritage of the rock of from the 90s, but they're like moving into another degree, and that really makes me excited.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Mm.
And if the stars, dream your dream scenario, if the stars were to align,
Uh-huh.
what is an artist that you might want to like collaborate
Collaborate
with that people
with?
might not expect?
Yeah, I mean, it's that list will never end, you know. I mean, a lot of people will go on there, and like talking about the Pumpkins. If I had a chance to meet Billy Corgan, I mean, that will be a blast. But I don't really like want to collaborate with him. You
Mm.
know, sometimes it spoils it, man. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah,
he is my hero, but like working with him, no, I don't want to do that. I just want to listen to what he makes, you know.
For
yeah,
sure.
Yeah.
absolutely. And then I also have to ask this because our executive producer Nick is a huge Fall Out Boy fan.
Oh wow.
And you
Uh-huh.
guys did the song with Patrick
Yes,
Star.
yes. Oh, I noticed. Yeah, he was wearing the t-shirt. of
Yeah,
Fall
he
Out
had
Boy,
the
yeah.
merch on.
Yeah.
So asking for him,
Uh-huh.
what was that experience
Oh,
like?
working with Patrick?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. I mean, we are a same, huge fan of Fall Out Boy as well. And he was on the list, like the collaborating producers, that we wanted to collaborate with. And yeah, it was amazing. Actually, the process of like making the songs with him was quite interesting because first of all he did was like have a conversation with us, like what kind of music do you like? What kind of life did you spend? And like what kind of philosophy you have, religion, stuff like that. And I was like taking a counseling or something like that. Well, what is this? But what he said really made sense that like he wanted to like interpret like the character of the singers, yeah, because he wanted to make sure that all the words and all the philosophy that comes out is something that comes out from the singer spontaneously, something like
Right.
that. And that really made sense. And yeah, it was impressive. Yeah.
Yeah.
Great
That's
guy, nice guy. Yeah, cool guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of in that same vein, talking about your message.
Uh-huh.
So you've mentioned in the past that you sort of use your music to send a message,
Uh-huh.
both, to the world and to yourselves with
Oh
your
yeah.
songwriting.
Mhm.
So in 2024, kind
Yeah.
of what is inspiring you as a band
Uh-huh.
and what is that message that you're trying to bring to fans?
Oh yeah. Always talking about like animation and manga, reading other stories that inspires me a lot. It gives me a lot of inspiration, ideas as well. What kind of message do I want to deliver? Well, I guess explaining too much really spoils it, because interpreting,
Yeah.
once it's true that we're the ones making the music, but once it's released, it's up to the listeners, it has to be uh thousands, millions, billions of way to interpret a song. So yeah,
Right.
that's what's most
Exactly, yeah.
important. But I guess like most of us songs are based on like the struggle of life, confronting problems and how to struggle with it, how to carry on, or maybe how to inherit another person's will, things like that. And also like, I'm pretty sure that you guys are aware of this, but the world is sometimes cruel to you, but they at the same time it has a beautiful sides, and you never have to forget about it. You just have to keep on believing in yourself and believing what you can achieve and just struggle on. But probably a lot of songs of our message kind of delivers that kind of philosophy.
I totally get that. I'm a perpetual optimist as well.
Oh, yeah.
I definitely feel that.
Meanwhile, I'm sitting here just like, yeah, life, I get it. Also talking about kind of your just production process and how you guys work on songs.
Uh-huh.
You've done 8 anime openings now.
Oh really? Never
Yeah.
counted. But
And it's
That's
one of those
crazy.
where I don't know if a lot of our viewers know this because sometimes it's one of those where casual fans will be like, oh,
Yeah.
the My Hero Academia
Oh,
opening,
yeah, of
or
course,
oh,
yeah.
the Demon Slayer
Uh-huh.
opening and things like that. But it goes all the way back to Log Horizon
Oh,
with
yes,
Database and
uh-huh.
things like that. So what's kind of your process when you get approached for those opportunities? Is it any different?
Actually, there's already a concrete, story, a message to follow, and luckily, I am a huge animation manga fan. So, whenever we have a chance to write a song for the animation stuff like that, I always stick to the original series, like try to read all of it.
Right.
Yeah. Whenever they ask for a song, it's about one season, but I just don't want to focus on the one season. I have to read the whole story and kind of interpret the philosophy of the author, what he has, what he wants to deliver, and try to interpret it in my way. And also, like, find something common that is natural for this band to sing about. Like, for example, Demon Slayer, that's, a story about a brother trying to bring back life for her sister that who became a demon. And but at the same time, it's about carrying on his own will and also inheriting the others maybe passed away, but and maybe like sending it to the next generation, stuff like that. And that is a really beautiful, message to follow. And we also find it really common, really natural for us to sing. So that's how I like balance like the lyrics. But above all, it's like trying to be a storyteller of the whole story.
Right.
Yeah, when a song. Yeah, that's what I really focus on.
Yeah.
Especially in animation.
So then a follow-up question for that. There is one series that you guys did an opening for that didn't have a source of material, which was Gundam, Iron-Blooded Orphans.
Oh, yeah.
So was that approach any different since you didn't have any source material to go by?
Well, it is an original series, but, it has a lot of, different kind of series, like the first original one. And I am a huge, crazy fan of Gundam. So I was like, whoa, I mean, I can write like hundreds of songs about that animation because, it's full of, it is a robot, battle kind of thing, but the history that it has and all the the philosophy, the message that the story delivers, it's really profound and really easy for us to like express what we have to do in that what we had to do writing in that song.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm working through the original Gundam series
right now?
Yeah,
It's a
because I've only
masterpiece.
watched like the side ones. So I've watched
Okay.
Iron-Blooded Orphans and Double Zero. And
So
stuff
it's the
like
first
that.
time for the original one.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
really?
Yeah.
Man, it's going to blast your mind. I mean, it's really great. And you can't believe that happened in what, 1978 or something like that?
It's wild.
Yeah.
I keep watching it and I'm
Yeah.
like, obviously the animation looks like from that age, but it's just the storytelling is
Yeah,
so good.
it's so
still to
good,
this
yeah.
day. What's it like when you think about the fact that next year is your 15th year anniversary?
Oh, it's crazy. I mean, 15 years. That's a pretty but, when we look around, a lot of bands they're like celebrating the 20th or like 30th,
Right.
But
So,
15's big.
Yeah, it is big.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to give it its moment.
Yeah, that's right. And I appreciate it. I mean, like an anniversary, that means that we're still going on. So yeah, I'll just have fun with the 15th year. Yeah, too.
Do you have any words of wisdom from then to now? 15 minutes or
Oh,
15
15
minutes?
15 minutes, man. That was
I bet it felt
that was
like
just
15 minutes.
before we met or something like that. 15 minutes, man.
Do you have any words of wisdom from, looking back over 15 years?
15 years?
Yeah.
Oh, man. Words from the future means nothing. I mean, you always have to live today, That's what brings tomorrow. So I have nothing to say with that boy 15 years ago. Yeah, just do what you want, follow your will, and you'll come up to something. Yeah.
So obviously the Wolves have a really close bond.
Uh-huh.
But when you're touring so much, we were just talking about like all the stops you're doing and the momentum isn't slowing down.
Uh-huh.
How do you solve for being in such close quarters?
Oh, you mean together?
Yeah, with
With
your
the band?
band members for for all of those weeks.
Uh-huh.
And are there any funny like rituals or inside jokes that you can share from the road?
Yeah. I mean, like, especially when we tour in America or like Europe, we always get in a bus and like 12 people are like on the road at each and every moment. So yeah. Sometimes you get tired of that, of course, apparently, obviously. But I don't know, like we play cards a lot. Yeah.
Nice.
Together.
Yeah.
Yeah, think about that. Like six wolves playing cards all the way.
It's
Yeah.
like that old painting of all the dogs playing.
Oh, yeah,
cards.
that's right.
That's so funny. Somebody has to draw that fan art.
That
Oh my
is,
God, yes.
Yeah,
There's-
maybe, like do some things like that. Once I was touring in Europe, and which country was that? Probably Belgium or somewhere like that. And I was hanging out with the PA front of house guys and the local fans in Belgium. They wanted a drink with us, so yeah, we just shared a drink, and we checked out the bus call. He said it was like 7 a.m. or something like that.
Okay.
And we went back in 6 a.m. Yeah, just to be just to be sure. But the bus wasn't there, and they hit the road. And I was calling the manager.
Oh my God.
I was calling the manager. Wasn't it supposed to be 7 a.m. or something like that? But he was sleeping in the bus, and he thought I
Oh
was
my
calling from
gosh.
the bus. And he was like, I don't understand the situation, so I'll call you back. He just cut it. And I was like, whoa, man, don't cut me now. I mean, like after 15 minutes, he didn't call me back. So I was like calling him again and said, did you get the situation or something like that? But he was in the toilet. And he was like, I'm in the toilet right now, so I'm going to call you back.
I can't talk right now. Sorry.
God damn it. Yeah, that manager. Yeah, and he finally noticed like 1 hour after I called, and he was like, "You're not on the bus." Yeah, that's what I'm trying to tell you, man.
That's the situation.
That's why I've been calling.
Like,
yeah, we took
That's
a
so
train to
funny.
France after that. Yeah.
That's so good. That's oh my gosh. I used to tour. I did sports marketing in college, and I was touring with the men's gymnastics team at the time. And I had a very similar situation where they all had a bus to go to the venue for the meet. And I was the only girl there, so all the rest of the guys were like on one floor of the hotel, and so they just completely forgot I was there. And so they just like left for the venue, and I like got down there. I was like, "Hey, weren't we supposed to be meeting in the lobby?" They're like, "Oh yeah, we already left." And I was like, "All right, cool, great."
you guys aren't even gonna
Cool,
stick
thank
around for
you.
the continental breakfast. Come
I
on,
know,
guys.
I was like, "Dang, okay." So that was one of the coaches had to like drive back and pick
the
me
saddest
up.
moment.
Yeah, I was like, "Okay, cool."
That's so funny.
When you guys are touring, is there any specific kind of food or anything that you guys look forward to eating while you're traveling?
Oh, well, talking about me, I mean, in America, I definitely want to, dig in some steak because I believe that you guys here in America are the best cook in meat,
The steak grillers.
I'm not really sure that Americans are really good as cooking or something like that.
Right,
But
yeah.
but if you're talking about like burning meat and grilling it, you guys do a great job. So I always try to find a steakhouse.
How
But
do
the
you get
oth-
that steak cooked?
Huh?
How
What
do you
kind?
get it cooked? Are
Um,
you rare, medium
medium
rare?
rare? Yeah, would be
Good.
good.
Nice.
Yeah,
Perfect answer.
Perfect
Yeah.
answer.
Perfect answer.
yeah.
I asked this because there was the very famous In-N-Out Japan pop-up that happened
Yes,
recently where
yes.
people were waiting like 5 hours in line and
Uh-huh.
stuff. And so I don't know if that's something where when you guys come over to the States or anything, you're like, okay, I've got to get In-N-Out, or like, are there things that you're like, okay, I'm here, I have to do that? Or is
In
it literally
America?
just the steak?
Oh, yeah, I stick to steak, like burgers. I mean, yeah. You guys already have too many burger shops, so I
Oh, I know.
we can't choose it, always.
Yeah.
What is the best burger shop to you guys?
Oh, that's a controversial
Ooh.
question, I feel like.
I'm a Shake
have-
Shack.
I was going to
Oh,
say,
okay,
I'm a
Shake
Shake
Shack.
Shack
Shake
person
Shack
too,
to
I
me
think.
is
Yeah.
but yeah, American fast food is like a whole crazy concoction. Like they be putting big Cheez-Its in the
Yeah,
in the
yeah,
Taco
yeah.
Bell and
Oh
like
my gosh,
crazy
yeah.
stuff like that. So you never know.
Oh, man. You guys have brought back a lot of songs that I don't think people were anticipating to hear on this tour.
Yeah.
So is there a song that you guys would like to perform more often, or maybe a song that you haven't performed in a while that you'd like to bring back?
Actually, I never thought about that. But once we made an album called Chasing the Horizon with a producer in America, and he was really focusing on like the music that would really cut us through the world. And it was a really experimental moment for us, like changing the style of the music, changing the sound of it. Yeah, and it was a really it was a really great working procession, and we had a chance to bring the songs and tour it in Europe and like America for a little bit, but that was really a lot of fun. A lot of people actually reacted to the songs really well. So yeah,
That's cool.
maybe the songs from that album, I would like to perform it a lot more. Yeah.
Yeah. Everybody who's watching this, down in the comments, drop your song that you would like Man with a Mission to perform more of. And then we'll send it to them or
Yeah,
they can
sure.
look and then we can have the fans decide.
Okay, so as we were talking about, there's our favorite little segment, our favorite little part of the show
Uh-huh.
is when we go around and we talk about what we've been listening to, what we've been watching, or any video games we've been playing or reading, whatever, for your recommendations. Why don't you kick us off, the guest of honor?
The guest of honor.
A guest of honor. So what I'm like recently watching right now?
Yeah.
It's not a new one. It's an oldies, but The Last Kingdom.
Okay.
The drama series. You know that one?
Yeah.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds really familiar.
That's right.
I need to look at it I have a very like image memory.
It's
I
about
need to
the
like
Vikings,
see
in
Yeah.
England. Yeah. I'm Uhtred, son of Uhtred. Yeah. Destiny is all. Yeah,
So how far are you into that? Did you just start?
I'm about to finish it. I'm probably on the final series right now. Yeah, it was an amazing drama. Yeah.
Yeah,
Look
awesome.
forward for it. I watched Breaking Bad, stuff like that, and what else? Also Stranger Things. I mean,
Oh wow.
All the hits.
I'm pretty lazy. Finally I watched it, and I get it why it's such a big hit. You know,
Uh-huh.
it was really a lot of fun. Yeah.
You got to watch El Camino now.
Oh, yes.
Oh, you already saw it?
everything.
Yeah,
I
it's a
saw it.
masterpiece.
It's a
It's so
masterpiece. Yeah,
good.
I told.
So
Yeah.
just out of curiosity, what's the last anime you've watched or manga that you've read?
The last one, actually, I have like a corner to like introduce mangas like every week. So
Really?
I read it like every week. Yeah, new ones. So what was the last one? Right now, I had a chance to interview the author of Skip to Rofa.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that is a really great, manga right now.
Yes.
I mean, well, it's about a high school, comedy, love kind of drama, but
Mhm.
it also has the message to people that are like feeling, maybe lonely or distant
Mhm.
in a way. Yeah, and like how she like writes down the lines of the characters. It's so amazing.
That's such a great show
Mhm.
too. We had the what was that last year when that came out? Skip and Loafer?
Oh, man, I'm bad with time. Don't ask me.
I think it was last year, but
Uh-huh.
yeah, even the animation was great
Yeah,
in the show.
really. Yeah,
Oh,
truly.
it was so good. Okay, you go next because I don't have my
Oh,
recommendation.
Okay.
prepared.
So I just recently finished an Anthony Bourdain book, Kitchen
Oh, okay.
Confidential.
Uh-huh.
And so this week I am in very much of like a food anime vibe
Okay.
because what is anime without like beautifully animated anime food?
Yes,
There's
absolutely.
some really, really cool examples out there, but I'm gonna go with the crazy one and say Food Wars.
Yeah, let's
We're gonna go
go.
0 to 100. Like, and of course you have like sort of like the cozier ones, but I'm
Uh-huh.
gonna put you guys off a cliff here with this one.
So good.
It's absolutely like unhinged, basically like cooking college.
Yeah.
Cooking
Essentially.
college?
Yeah.
And like the reactions that they have to eating the food is like it's like over the top. Like you
Uh-huh.
just kind of have to see it. Like don't watch it with your parents in the room. Don't watch it with your parents in the room. That's
There's
all
the
I gotta say.
iconic peanut butter squid that
Yeah.
Soma makes. And it just looks so disgusting, but you're like,
Yeah,
all right,
yeah.
cool.
Yeah, so I'm sending you guys off a ledge with that one this week, but
Oh my gosh. So I just finished Windbreaker right before I came out to
Windbreaker,
LA.
uh-huh.
And I know that the other hosts have talked about Windbreaker before on the show. But for anybody who doesn't know, it's like high school, but it's delinquent high school.
Mhm.
It's very much like a lot of people were saying Tokyo Revengers-esque, but it's animated by Cloverworks. It's beautiful. And I also feel like it's a little less intense than Tokyo Revengers is.
Yeah.
yeah.
Because
Uh-huh.
Tokyo Revengers kind of gets like really intense pretty
Yeah.
quickly, whereas this one feels a little more lighthearted. It's a little more about the characters. The main character, Sakura, is very much a tsundere where he's like trying to act all tough and he's like,
Uh-huh.
I'm all by myself. I'm gonna be the coolest person ever. But then like somebody compliments him and his face just goes red and he's like,
Yeah.
I don't care. It's fine. I don't care. So it's just the characters in it are so good.
Uh-huh.
And I'm very excited. They announced that there's going to be more coming, so I'm
Uh-huh.
excited to watch more of it too. Well, thank you so much, Johnny, for stopping
Oh,
by.
no, thank you so much.
It
Yeah.
was great. Is there any last message for the fans that you want to mention before we head out?
Yeah, it's been a long time since we last came to the States, but we're having a really great time here. It's always a pleasure, an honor for us to come to this country and perform, and I hope you
Absolutely.
guys love it. Yeah, have a good life. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Woohoo!
And next time Man with a Mission is in the U.S. If you're in the U.S., go check them out. If you're anywhere else in the world where they're coming, definitely go check them out as well. I highly recommend their concerts. They're a blast. They're so much fun. Well, thank you so much for
Yes,
coming.
thank you
My
again
pleasure.
so
Thank you
much.
so much.
Friend of the show.
Friend of the show. Yes, you're welcome back anytime.
Guys, that interview ruled. I was watching it from the like control room. And I was
see.
like, did they ask about Fall Out Boy? And they were like, they asked at the beginning. And I was like, oh, I missed it. I'll have to catch it on the recording. And then I did when we just listened to it.
See, I had to watch it after that because like I missed the in live one. Thanks, plane sitting on the tarmac for an hour.
Oh, awful.
But those recs were awesome. I'm really glad that Junkin' Johnny was able to share what he's watching, and you guys made it so that we can't say what our recs are.
Yeah.
So
It
thanks.
is hard because I did read a whole bunch more manga this past
I had a
week, and I'm
wrestling
like dying
soapbox
to tell
this
you
week.
guys
We've
about it.
always got a ton of recs. If you want to find out what Lee and I are watching, reading, playing, just follow us on social media and turn notifications on. Just kidding.
Do not.
You will be overwhelmed so quickly.
Honestly, do not do that. You will have more hot wrestling takes than
Yeah.
anything.
Like, why is he really does just talk about Fall Out Boy? That's really all he does.
I got one special interest.
It's Fall Out Boy.
Yeah,
And Tron Legacy. And
I got two interests.
but no, we'll be back with more recs, including recs from you guys next week in our next episode. But you know what that means.
What does it mean?
It's mailbag time.
Oh.
Go put on that little outfit.
That was creepier than
Hey,
usual.
go put on that little outfit.
It was creepier
Go put
than
on that
usual.
little UPS outfit. Or US that little USPS outfit.
Can we get a stamps.com sponsorship?
Oh my
because
gosh,
of,
yeah.
like, our love for the post office.
No, I unironically love the USPS. It's my favorite function of the government.
Yes, producer. Clip this part and send that as the pitch to stamps.com. I'm telling you, it's going to be worth
Big
it.
time stamps. I just bought some manatee stamps.
I did too.
You got those ones?
What am I?
I
What am I?
inhaled too much air.
What is happening?
Bro, that was major.
Wow. Yeah. The only time I planned on buying stamps this year was the D&D stamps. That was it.
Oh, nice. So
Yeah,
you didn't get the manatee stamps.
I did not.
They're great.
They're
I love
cute.
the colors. Anyway,
Lit-ass animal.
Welcome to Stampscast.
Right.
We got a question this week from Jaquan via our question form.
Is he in the club getting tipsy? Is everybody in the club getting tipsy?
You shouldn't send messages to your favorite podcasts while you're tipsy. What anime has...
That was such a serious message.
It was. I'm like,
To the people.
Don't drink and send question forms to your favorite podcast.
Or do. It would be very entertaining for
All
us.
you should do,
For me personally.
drunk or otherwise, is submit a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts.
wait. So they can't fill out the question form, but they can do a review.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
read the question.
Yeah.
Jaquan, thank you. This is from our question form. What anime has your favorite power system so far in 2024?
Ooh.
Mine, you guys let me know if this counts, but I would have to say Kaiju number 8, the suits that they have.
It totally counts.
Because
it totally counts.
First of all, it was
yeah,
so
yeah,
funny.
totally
Yeah, it
counts.
was so funny. When Kafka rated a 0 when
Yep.
he tried his on.
Yep.
That was so funny. But I also just like the concept of those suits, how they're like made of material from
Kaiju.
the different kaiju, and like you can channel your energy and whatever through them, and like there's a percentage rating
Yep.
system of like how much power of the suit you can access.
Mhm.
I thought that was really original and cool.
I
Mhm.
agree. There's also, the kaiju power levels too. There's
Yeah,
like kaiju,
yeah.
daikaiju.
Yeah, because and then they get numbered based off of like
Yes.
how dangerous they are.
And the design is cool.
Yeah, which will also
the design is so
design is
cool.
great, but it'll also come into play when we really start getting introduced to kaiju weapons. Like
Mhm.
you guys are in for a treat.
I also like that like all the characters wear the same one. There's no like mini skirt version for the girl characters. Do you know what
Like
I
in
mean?
I know
Power
what you
Rangers.
mean. Yeah. Like it's like this
There's
is
no like corset
Yeah.
bust down mini skirt like like 10 like bleep. Anyway, yeah.
Wow.
That's what
Wow, this is where we are on Monday.
God, I love this.
I
All
always
right.
All right,
forget that
young
we're a
Nicholas.
kid-friendly
My favorite
show.
power system of 2024 is the power of love. Everyone watch A Sign of Affection, please.
Oh my
Oh, I
god.
love Sign of
It's
Affection.
so good. There's
So
also a little
good.
bit, I don't know that I'd call it romance, but there's a little bit of that like platonic yearning in
Mhm.
Friedman, Beyond
Yeah.
Journey's End. It's just great. Friedman like knocks it out in every category.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
no, I would probably go, solo leveling,
Mm,
right?
mhm,
Just like
mhm.
the hunter rank, and it's very,
Yeah.
it's like common kind of D&D.
Yeah, it's
style, but
classic
it is
like
easy
yeah,
to
level up.
follow. You can,
Yeah.
yeah, perceiving the threat level, like it's all very, it's good. It's good stuff.
yeah.
Oh, I really don't know if you can count this one because it was only really for like one person, but like Seventh Prince.
How did I know you were going to say
Like,
Seventh Prince?
I don't know, man. It's just kind of where my brain is right now.
So I haven't seen Seventh Prince. So describe for us what it is.
Is it like the series or just the
Yeah.
So basically, this kid is reincarnated.
Mhm.
He's the seventh prince of this
In
family.
the same world.
In the same world. So
Not an
no
isekai.
isekai button.
Oh,
Do not hit
yeah.
the skip
Yeah.
button.
But his only thing is like he just wants to be like the grand magic user of the country. Like he doesn't care to take over the kingdom, none of that. But he from birth is just stupid strong. And because of it, he gains a familiar and starts like just gradually becoming stronger as the series goes on.
Yep.
But it's like I don't know if it really counts because he's
Well, I mean, they
like,
have a magic system,
it's just,
right?
but they do have a magic
Yeah.
system, right? But it's just like him.
Yeah.
But I mean that would probably be mine, maybe.
Wisteria Wand and Sword's going to have to be on this list eventually.
Yeah,
have
Wistoria's
y'all
on
seen
the
episode
list.
1 of Wisteria yet?
I haven't checked it out yet.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you for your question, Jaquan. Next up, we've got Weirdo Anime Lover from Apple Podcasts. I
Ooh,
think
great name.
returning to the
yeah,
show.
yeah,
Returning to the
return.
show.
Shout out, welcome back.
I've been wondering if an anime where they go back and forth between worlds is an isekai anime.
Yes, if you can leave one world and go to another one and come back to yours,
Yep.
it is still an isekai.
All right. Get
Were
ready
you
to
guys
hit.
Isekai
fighting-
button.
yeah, true. Which I missed, by the way. I missed
We're gonna
this
get
part.
one.
We're gonna
It's
get
coming.
one.
It's
Model
coming.
version 3
But-
is coming.
Y'all were really fighting with me, I think, last time when I was talking about sword art.
Sword Art's an isekai.
I don't remember really because I haven't watched Sword Art in so long.
Goes into the
does
game
he get
world.
stuck?
He gets stuck.
He gets stuck.
If he
but,
okay, if he
but in
gets,
my opinion, this might be
and
a
then
hot
goes
take.
in by choice.
Yeah, this might be a hot take. That doesn't matter. Shangri-La Frontier, isekai.
you think so?
Yes. It is a gaming isekai. Digimon, isekai.
Digimon is definitely.
What
an
about
isekai,
Devil
for
is
sure.
a part timer?
Isekai. Reverse
isekai.
isekai.
It's a reverse-
also.
reverse, yeah.
Yeah.
But Sasa Peeps is the best example of this question.
That's a
because
great point.
It's,
And it is isekai.
yeah, it's an
Yeah.
isekai. Yeah, we have to talk about the whole Shangri-La
Okay.
thing.
What is the difference between going into a gaming world
Mhm.
that is a fully
But then you'd have to
formed
say
world
Code
that you live in?
Lyoko
Yeah, you would.
is an isekai.
What? You're just like bringing these thoughts of these things.
Okay, so explain it because because
It's a fully formed gaming world. So when
but he doesn't get stuck though.
you don't have to get stuck. Is being stuck a like
I see it more as like a video game like fantasy series. That's how I see it. Like I
it's
don't
an
see it
it's
as
a
isekai.
it's a gaming isekai. Cuz like by the same notion you like in Sasa Peeps he's not stuck in the other world.
no
In
you can
Digimon
come back.
depending on the series they're not stuck in the other world.
That's true.
What's the difference between putting on a headset and going into a virtual world that is fully formed, has people that you talk to,
Mhm.
like you can live a whole new life in there,
Mhm.
and going to the digital world in
Okay.
Digimon, or going to the fantasy world in Sasa Peeps and coming back.
But
to
in
the
like
real
Digimon,
world.
they're physically going. Like in Sasa Peeps, he's physically going.
I'm just saying, for all intents and purposes, you are
right.
physically going to the
Okay.
gaming world.
Okay.
Maybe it's
let's-
like because it's a self-contained world. Because I feel like Code Lyoko is kind of like
Why are you? You're just like fixing to
well,
talk
because
about
you're talking.
Code
Well,
Lyoko.
we were comparing it to Sword Art, right? I don't know because I feel like Code Lyoko, there's not really society there. It's just like full of monsters.
Sure.
But
Mhm.
then like Sword Art, there's like people from all over the world. It
Right.
has its own economy. It has NPCs.
Okay, here's the challenge for listeners.
But
and
yeah, that's what I
viewers.
was saying. We have a challenge for you now.
Do anime series where the main character goes into a gaming world
Mhm.
via virtual reality headset, so Sword Art Online, something like Shangri-La Frontier.
Ready Player One.
Oh, God.
I technically, yeah.
Are those isekai? And explain your answer.
Right, please, because as a caveat, Overlord is an isekai, but he's stuck there. So don't use that as a barometer. Do not bring that one up because we already know it's an isekai.
But
this
it's
is
not
your
an
AP
isekai.
anime assignment.
Right, this-
Have it on my desk by Tuesday.
But it's not an isekai because he's stuck there. It's an isekai because he goes to that other world.
If it's
Anyway.
up, then it's stuck.
Okay, you can leave your comment, submit it through our question form, YouTube comments, 5-star review on Apple Podcasts,
Yes.
which is my favorite. And if you submit an Apple Podcast review 5 stars this week, I will tattoo them all on my body. Just kidding.
He will not.
Legally,
do not.
not gonna do that.
He will listen.
Not
He
gonna
will
do that.
not. It will not happen.
As a reminder, our question form is available at got.cr. That is got.cr/anime effect questions. And you can be just like Jaquan and submit it there, or like Weirdo Anime Lover and support it on Apple Podcasts.
Yeah.
Everybody in the club's getting tipsy.
I was waiting for it.
Yeah.
I was waiting for it. I knew there had to be one more. Thanks for joining us for another episode of The Anime Effect, brought to you by Crunchyroll and the folks over at Sony Music Entertainment. Be sure to subscribe so you never miss an episode.
That's right. And if you call today, Crunchyroll presents The Anime Effect is hosted by me, Nick Friedman, LeAlec Murray, and Leah President, and also sometimes Haley Wisenen. We are executive produced by Jonathan Hirsch, Sharon Morris, and they called. It's me.
The call is coming from inside the house.
Our lead producer is Skylar Carnero, and our associate producer is Zoe Culkin. Patrick Emile edited and mixed this episode's audio. Kevin Lee filmed, and Aaron Neidick and Casey Simonson edited the video. Our head of production is Sammy Allison. Special thanks to Carla Solorzano and Tamika Balance Kolasny.
This one flew by this week, you guys. We'll be back.
That's right.
We'll be back next week with even more anime, of course.
And there is absolutely nothing that you can do about it.
Zero. We still got the ticket punch, the hole punch.
Yes.
We still got the digital scanners. You can't get off the train. It's too late.
You're always
it's too
on
late.
a train.
You're always on the train.
Everybody
get trained.
Everybody in the club.
Please, no, not the.
Everybody in the club getting tipsy. Signing off.
Peace and love.